Welcome back, everybody, to the Great Horned Rat campaign. I'm Nors, and I'll be your player, GM, and overall guide on this adventure. This is a solo tabletop role-playing game playthrough of I'm using Tales of the Valiant, 5th edition. So it's the Kobold Press version of D&D 5e, and I really like it. I like it more than D&D in general. Kobold Press is amazing, and if you don't know their materials, I encourage you to take a look at them. I'll post a link to their website and Tales of the Valiant in the show notes. So this is session 2. I am playing a creature named Quillie Ferko, the Anointed Ratfolk Soldier. He is living in the world of Midgard. Let's see here. I should go like this. He's living in the realm of Midgard. This is the wrong region of the map. Campaign favorites, not that one. And he is, let's go Midgard. Haha, here we go. The world map in this little area, Kane. Now, last session, he unfortunately had something stolen from him. Last session, some adventures. We started our adventure sort of at the end of a different party's adventure. It was a group of adventurers who had stolen the great horn of the rat. Now, if you're unfamiliar with the great horn of the rat, that's fine. It's something from Age of Sigmar, Warhammer, Age of Sigmar, and I thought it'd be fun to just sort of shoehorn it into my game here. Finish this. This is going to go finished. Okay. Now, last time, Quillie Ferko and his rat companions killed a couple of these adventurers, but unfortunately the one that had the great horn of the rat escaped. Now I am using this is Mythic GM Emulator 2E, or version 2. It is basically a rule set or a guide to help you play by yourself without it's pretty comprehensive. It works very differently than just like an Oracle rolls, right? It's really a little bit, I think it's more narrative in a lot of ways, which is interesting. So we're starting with our second scene, which is our second episode as well, which sort of makes sense, though I don't suppose every episode is only going to be one scene. I think I'll move faster than that once I get the hang of it. These games, I've noticed, the longer I play them, the better I become at playing. So, Quillie Ferko, after the great horn of the rat was stolen, his companion, let's see here, I need to add a monster, rat folk. I had this guy here, add monster, there we go. Show, there we go. It's basically told Quillie that he was the Anointed One. It was sort of like his destiny to return this, like this was the thing he was born to do. And yeah, so I was gonna start there. Now I have my notes, my starting notes. Raid, recover the great horn of the rat is my thread. That's like my main quest. Rodrock, Ratkin Warlock ally. He's sort of like the elder. And so I first started out, if we're going to go and follow the instructions on the Mythic GM emulator, it says test the expected scene, which means I have to think about what I think will happen next. The the adventurers, who ran away with the Great Horn of the Rat, ran out of the sewers and up into the city of Cain. And now I was thinking that there is a reason why he couldn't just chase them right away. And the reason was because there's a festival of something going on. I think I got that actually from here. I think I can just go Cain and Cain, home of Parthia's largest gold and copper mines. Cain is a well-known defended by both humans and dragonkin. Without it, paying tribute to the Marathi might be impossible. Fortunate Gorda Farid is the city's governor and defender against the occasional Beldestani raid. Now, I had a thought that they have like a gold festival where almost like the Festival of Colors in India or something like that, but instead it's just gold. They like coat themselves in gold paint or gold dust or something, and sort of like celebrate their wealth and their prosperity, even though they do have to pay like tribute. And this is going on right now, so Quillie is unable to do what he needs to do, right? To chase after these, what Quillie would think of as thieves. So with that in mind, I need to write out sort of like just a sentence or something of what I think the next expected scene is. And my thought is that Quillie would return with Rodrock, the warlock, to their nest, as it were, and resupply, sort of get his things together, and in order to sort of wait until night, although there's a party going on, so maybe that wouldn't be the best thing. But anyways, wait until the festival is over and be able to sneak out. I imagine that the rat folk of this city are not particularly wanted or cared for. They are seen as vermin by the dragonkin or dragonborn and the humans. So my expected scene is that Quillie returns to the nest with Rodrock, and gathers lore and supplies on the so I decided last time that the people who are doing this are Thrall's Rebuke. It's a like a faction. Their values are boldness, community, discovery, exploration, and growth. Healing goals prevent sickness and disease. So they think that stealing this horn is somehow preventing like the spread of sickness and disease, which rats are known for. But rat folk, I think that's unfair. Motto, rain, the rain cleanses all filth. Leaders to BD, I haven't decided that yet or found that out yet. Membership roles, Tribuke has many nature-focused spellcasters, many constructs of summon nature. Troll is a powerful fae. Adventure Hook, they have stolen the great horn of the rat. So, that is where we're starting from. And so he's going to go and try to gather some lore about where, what he can do and where they might have gone with the horn, or with the great horn of the rat. And when I say horn, it's not like a trumpet, it's like a horn, like a horned rat, which it's great. I love it. I think rats should have horns. That'd be crazy. All right. So the expected scene is he goes to supply lore and supplies. Lore on Trolls, rebuke, and supplies for the road. Now, going over to here, the expected scene on Mythic GM and Emulator. Okay, testing. So, before we dive into the new scene, we have to check if your expectations happen using the chaos factor. Roll a d10 and compare it to the current chaos factor value. My current chaos factor value is 6. If you roll above the CF, the chaos factor, then the expected scene starts exactly how you thought it would. If you roll equal to or less than the CF, then your expected changes in some way. In cases when your expected scene is changed, check the number you rolled. If the number is odd, then it becomes an altered scene. If the number is even, then it becomes an interrupted scene. Okay. So, D10 I need to roll and see if it is the expected. Okay, so it is not the expected. I rolled a 2, which means that is an interrupted scene. So I'm going to go down. This is altered scenes, scene adjustment. Where is the interrupted scenes? While altered scenes play off your expectations, interrupted scenes ignore them entirely. Anything can happen. If your expected scene becomes interrupted, an interrupted scene, the mythic derails your expectations to send the narrative in a new and unforeseen direction. You generate an interrupt scene the same way you generate a random event. Roll for the event focus and event meaning, then interrupt the results in context. Okay, so examples of changed scenes. Expected scene, altered scene, interrupt. The player rolls PC negative on the event focus table and gets ambush and pain on the actions meaning table. They interpret this to mean that their character springs a trap as she makes her way down the corridor. Okay, so where's the event focus table? That's what I need next. I think collected tables and sheets is where I'll go. Fate, event. Okay, random event focus table. Okay. Choose an event focus. This is not easy. Okay, expected altered scene, interrupted scenes. So, what did it say? Generate a random roll on the event focus and event meaning. Okay, event focus and event meaning. So I saw the event focus. Random event focus table. Let's just roll on that first. So a D100 we'll roll on. 34. Okay. 34 NPC action. Let's make that note real quick. So interrupted scene, NPC action. But what is the action? We're gonna find out here. And then choosing an event focus, we need the event meaning. Oh, here's the meaning table. Meaning table 2. Meaning table elements. Oh my gosh, meaning table elements again. Oh, and again. And again. So many meaning table elements. Oh, okay. These are character identity, character background, meaning table elements, character actions. Okay. Meaning table elements, descriptors. So I have an NPC action, but I'm a little confused about. Let's go back to here and read through this a little bit. Making connections. Okay, so event meaning, then interrupt and context. Okay, so the event focus gives NPC negative with the NPC result of choose the player the player chooses enemy warband, since that's who the PC is currently robbing. The event meaning table give punish and battle. Oh, okay. The player comes up with this interpretation. Before the PC can attempt his planned theft, the encampment is attacked by a rival road gang. Okay. So let's go back to the tables real quick. This is tricky. So yeah, I'm using action and action. Or maybe descriptor? I don't know. Or both. Army, descriptor, character. Oh, interesting. So we're doing an NPC action. Character actions, combat, character actions, general. Aha. Okay. So let's do that. We're going to do an action. We're going to do one of these and go from there. Okay, so I'm going to roll a D4. Odd is the top table, even is the bottom. That's even, so the bottom table. Roll a D100 to see what we get. 98. Ooh. Okay, so 98. Use. Okay. Oh no, it is the second table. Okay, so weather. That's weird. 98. Okay, so action. Meaning weather. And then I'm going to roll on the NPC, the action general element, and see what happens there. Oops, wrong button. There we go. Let's see. Character actions. Okay. So I need a D100 again. 22. Okay. 22 control. Oof. Weather control. Oh my gosh. It's so obvious now with the weather. Okay. I mean, it's not like completely obvious, but it makes sense. Like it all lines up. Weather control. And the reason why it makes sense is because Thrall's Rebuke is full of nature spell wizards and things like that, so it makes sense that they would maybe do something to interrupt this scene. So, interrupted. Yeah, okay, I need to think about this for a second. Okay, I had to think. And I think what happens is Quillie Ferko and Rodrock go back to their nest. The other rat folk are concerned. They're distraught that the horn has been taken. It is a relic of their people and an important part of their culture. It's also the connection that they have with their god, and the warlocks of this clan have with their patron. So, with that in mind, I think Rodrock goes to attempt to commune with his patron, regardless of the fact that the horn has been stolen, or maybe actually because of it specifically. And while they're doing this, I think he sort of assembles everyone around, and Quillie as well, to have this sort of this round table, not round table, but like a ritual to sort of ask their god to show them the way forward with this. And as they are doing this, they have little trinkets and shinies and all these things. They light candles and chant in their thin voices, close their eyes and sway and hold tails. Their tails all connect, or tail to tails, hands to hands, for those of them that are in part, like sort of, they're almost like, it's like doing a seance even. And I think Quillie, as the Anointed, I need to Google Anointed. What does that, like, the actual definition? Anointed. Anointed. Smear or rub with oil, typically as part of a religious ceremony. Ceremonially confer divine or holy office upon a priest or monarch by smearing or rubbing oil. Okay. Yeah, so I think he is anointed already, but since he is this sort of holy creature, or holy one, he is in the center of this ritual, and with the candles around him, and then his kin around the candles, they're all chanting, and he is in meditation. I think for this, I'm gonna have Quillie roll a religion check to see if he gets any luck with that. I think due to the ritual itself, I'm gonna say he has advantage, to see if he's able to touch the patron and their god. Advantage? Okay. I'm gonna say that's not good enough. I didn't set DC before I rolled, but I think what this means, because at the same time as this is going on, so the weather, control weather theme, I think, is really important here, because what it means is that while they're doing this, above land, where there is partying and festivities and things, I think there is some power at work here that I think it's summer, but at the same time, thunderclouds roll in, and there is like this electric storm that begins as the rats are trying to do this this ritual. There's this overall just like a electric storm that it's like the electricity in the air and in above them disrupts their divine connection with their God, so that they are unable to gain any insight into who I think they would know that it was Thrall's rebuke, but I think they also don't fully connect it to they don't know anything about it. They know that it's some band or some faction of druids or nature-minded people, but it's not. They're not. What's the word? Very knowledgeable about this, so they are unable to contact the Great Horned Rat in order to try to find that out. I think that actually works quite well. So it just basically limits Quillie's ability to really know where to start. Like, I don't know where he starts. After that, I think, maybe there's even, I think I need to use, just close that. Let's go to the chaos factor fate question as RPG rules. Pose the fate question to act as the RPG rule. Fate check. Yes, no, maybes. Yeah. Okay, so I'm here. I don't remember exactly what this means. Oh, okay. Odds, roll modifier. Oh, okay. The question is like there's some like almost like electrical feedback to their religious like ritual, like almost like this like strange, like it's almost like it's their faith and their God versus the powers of Thrall's rebuke, and some magic happening somewhere above, like they're almost warring but in different places. And I'm curious, since I'd say that the rat's lost, is there some like strange like feedback that hits them? So chaos factor, roll modifier, I have a +1. Okay, I need to remember how this works though. Okay, so I found the table here, the fate chart. So I'm gonna say it's likely, and my chaos factor is 6. So I'm gonna roll a D100, and it's 75 or less. It's gonna be a yes. Let's see here. 19, definitely less than 75. So, but it's not an extreme yes. So that's close. Okay, interesting. Okay, so for this feedback, I'm going to say that this is a powers feedback. So we're gonna see what that looks like with a D100 real quick. 28. Let's see. 28 detect. Okay, so maybe it's not like specific feedback, but I think it's sort of like the Trawl's rebuke wizard knows what is what they've tried to do, and that they're trying to call their patron, and has this is it, and has like somehow cut them off from it, so they no longer, so like even Quillie can no longer like call upon his god. Like this storm was somehow divine and was Trawl's power basically silencing or severing, maybe not severing completely, but cutting off somehow the connection between the rat folk and the great horned rat. Okay. So I'm going to put communing with the great horned rat has been severed for the time being. That's a hurdle to overcome for sure. Whoops. Bring this back up. There we go. So what happens next? That's the question. I think maybe we go to our next scene. Scene 3. Oh wait, I gotta go back to here. And there's protocol here. There's protocol. What? I'm getting carried away. I need to go back to, okay. Fate questions. Nope. Scenes. Interrupted scene. Okay, here we go. We're back to here. So we did our interrupted scene. Playing out the scene. We sort of did that. Yeah. I'm not writing it out or narrating it per se. It's more of like I don't know. It's a little easier to with another RPG. Okay. Adventure journal sheet. Oh. The adventure journal sheet found on the next page and in the back of the book gives you a place to title your adventure, record your current... Oh, interesting. Scene summaries, scenes, notes, things like that. I think I have that already sort of handled. Okay. Scene start and end strategies. Okay. But I thought we were just playing through a scene. It was just telling me about that. Okay, so playing out the scene, adventure journal, discovery meeting table elements, generating NPC behavior. This book is strangely set out. Like I don't love the way that it's organized. It doesn't make sense to me. But maybe that's just because I'm still learning it, and once I learn it, I'll like it. But like the fact that they have playing out the scene and then the adventuring journal here, rather than just like, okay, the next step after playing out the scene, play out the scene and then you go, and then like generating NPC behavior. Like why would you have that there? Anyways, doesn't matter. End of scene bookkeeping, the big scenes example. Okay, so I think this is the end of the scene. So I think all the rats are chanting and there's all this stuff happening. They hear a rumble overhead of lightning and thunder. Even down here in the sewers. And since it's the sewers, I think there's also rain too. So all of a sudden they also realize that there's water coming down into their, into the sewers and the canals down there, and that they note that. But then all of a sudden they feel the cut happen, and there's just like this emptiness to them all. And Quillie sort of catches his breath. He's like, oh, well, that is it then, he says. And I think there is just like all these just hollow looks, like they know that they have lost something. So, how do we end the scene? The end of the scene is the time to add threads and characters to your lists if they were active in the scene. Think about the scene that just played out and add any threads or NPCs that seem important to the adventure. Probably NPC list. There's, I think, Trawls, Rebuke, Powerful, Weather, Wizard. Okay, there we go. That seems appropriate. If any threads or characters are already on a list played a part in the scene, add an additional entry for them as well. This creates weighted lists that make important elements more likely to reappear in your adventure. Oh, interesting, yeah. More likely to reappear in your once a specific thread on NPC has filled 3 slots on its list, don't add any more. You can consider a thread or character important to the scene if it was invoked by the random event. Okay. Thread lists. Okay. Add elements. Okay, so this is the bookkeeping. Okay. Add elements, add new and recurring themes, remove list elements. Okay, so like what do I want to get rid of, I guess? Let's see. Okay. Oh, shoot. I think I want to use this, toss this in the next, column. So this is all one column, okay. K, Broderick. Okay, NPC. Okay, but I don't know the name of this wizard yet, but that's interesting. Okay, raid Kane supplies didn't happen. Recover the horn. That's gonna be like my main quest. Okay, so I think that's good. Okay, remove threads and NPCs that are no longer relevant to the adventure. Adjust the chaos factor. Did the player characters mostly control the scene? No. Chaos factor +1 to a maximum of 9. Okay. So I'll go here. This is my running chaos factor is up to 7. Yikes. Okay. That's pretty high. And then I think I go back to not scenes, remove elements, adjust the chaos factor, done. And the example. So I think we go back to the beginning of expected scene. Yeah. Okay, so what is my scene 3? Edit. I'm going to go like this. Scene 3. Expectation. So I need one. Okay. So, due to the storm and the fierceness of the storm, I think the Gold Festival ends abruptly. The storm seems otherworldly to those who were a part of it, and they take shelter. Okay. Despite the terrible storm, Quillie sets out to find his enemies. Okay, so finally he's going to get on the road. I think that's important. Quillie. Yeah. So I guess he's gonna leave. But where does he go? I don't even know. So he is gonna leave. I think that has to be the next step. I don't want to test that aspect of it, because it seems to me like that's the point. He has to go on an adventure, right? So, but where does he go and who does he search for? I think is the main question. Like, how do we determine where he's going to end up or what he's trying to find? The rat folk have very few friends in this world. So I think he dons a cloak and he goes to the upworld. Yeah. But then where does he go? That's tough. Who does he know that is maybe friendly to the rat folk? Or maybe it's not so much that the rat folk are all mistrusted, but maybe because he is a zealot, maybe that's why he's mistrusted and why they've taken this. Ah, yes. Okay. So, sort of a retcon here. There are other rat folk who live above ground and with the humans and dragonkin. Quillie knows one of them and will go to seek advice from them. Okay, there we go. So we know there's a rat folk character. That's my expectation. So now I need to roll. So before we dive into the new scene, we have to check if your expectations happen using the chaos factor. Roll a d10 and compare it. Okay, my chaos factor is 7, so it's likely going to be an altered scene of some kind. A 2 again. Okay, which means it's an interrupted scene, which isn't the worst because he climbs up. He comes to the city. I imagine the city is mostly like the buildings are made of mostly like sort of golden or blonde stone, stacked stone. The roofs are flat and some of them have like gardens on them or something. But right now, the sky is gray. Lightning strikes down around the city and it pours rain. I think Quillie has like a oilskin cloak that he pulls up over his head and he pulls tight. He tucks his tail inside the cloak and sets off in a rush after to go see this friend of his. Now, I got a 2, which means it's an interrupted scene. So we need to go down to the interrupted scenes again. Interrupted scene. Right, it's like a random event roll, event focus, and event meaning. Then interpret the results in context. Okay, event focus. Okay, so let's go here real quick. I need to just go event, interrupted event. And so then I go event. What is it? Generate random event focus, and event meaning. Okay. Event focus / event mean. I guess that'll be one line. Event meaning. I feel like I've done this before. So I need to go find the event focus table. We're just going to go down here. Random event focus table. Here we go. So a D100. Oh, gotta save that. There we go. 76. Okay. 71. PC negative. What does that mean? Random event focus table. PC negative. Random events. Event focus. Here we go. Let's go find what. Okay. PC negative. I don't know what that means. Move away, current close. Wait, what? Where's the PC negative? Oh, negative positive, here it is. Okay. Something bad or good happens to the player character or non-player character, depending on which result you got on the event focus table. Okay. So PC negative. So PC negative, something bad happens. That's cool. PC negative, something bad happens. For the PC, determine which PC it is. If you're playing solo with a single player character, then the event is automatically about them. If there is more than one player character, then choose the one you would most expect this event to apply to. Okay. So let's go back to here. Non-player characters. Negative and positive outcomes of this random event can run a gamut of possibilities depending on the context of the adventure and how you interpret the result. The positive or negative event can be something story shifting and important, or it can be something minor as long as you think it's the most expected interpretation of your result. PC negative, okay. So now I need the meaning table. Yeah. Event meanings, here we go. Meaning to choose. Oh, here's all this. Okay. Descriptors. Action. I think, okay, we'll roll a d4 again. Odd is top, even's bottom. Okay, so the bottom table, that's 84. Let's see the meaning here. 84 strength. Okay. So meaning is strength. And what else? What else could it be? Descriptor meaning. Okay, so I think I'll do the same thing here with D4 and D100. We're going to save that. 1D4. If it's odd, it's the top. Even's bottom. Oh, yeah. Okay, so let's just take a show details. Show roll details. Oh, okay. So odd is top, so 57 for that, for the top one. 57. Kindly. Okay. It needs to be something bad though. Kindly. Elements. Okay, so I think I need to do, let's go to like the proper meaning tables. There's so many here, it's crazy. Alien species, animal actions, adventure tone, army descriptors, cavern descriptors, character descriptors, descriptors, traits, velocity descriptors, civilization descriptors, cryptic. Interesting. I think what I am going to do is I'm going to say we're going to go to the random event, fate questions. Fate questions, here we go. Okay, and we're going to ask, does this event have to do with a person? Or yeah, does this event have to do with a person? I mean, like, there's one where it's just like I think I actually just figured it out. Okay. That's crazy. Okay. We're just gonna take that away. Strength, kindly. Let's go to a map, or so this is what happens. He's rushing through the city to get to this rat folk person that he trusts and who he thinks could maybe help him. And he has to go through the city center. And at the city center, there's one person. And it's the wizard. Strength and kindly doesn't really fit, but I don't care because I'm the one playing. So I get to say whatever. But I think maybe that's the thing, is that this druid is kindly. So, and I don't think this is necessarily a negative. I mean, I think it is in the sense that it's probably not someone Quillie can fight right now. So let's see, on his way to meet this rat folk, friend Quillie runs directly into the wizard, the druid conjuring the storm. And I think this is it. He goes, the wizard has his arms up and he's like channeling this huge storm. And oh man, I just realized there was no music going on this whole time. Sad. Ambient rain, yay. Yeah, there we go. Oh, that's perfect. Oh, I bet I could find a thunderstorm. Hang on. Clean thunderstorm, light thunderstorm, rolling thunder B. Oh, so many thunder. I like the clean thunderstorm. Ooh, that's pretty loud. Yeah, there we go. Let's see if I can find a city center map. All maps. City center. Oh, yes. I think this one's good. I know it says Dwarven City, but that's fine. Okay, it has that there, but that's fine. Okay, so, I wonder if I have this in raining. That'd be cool. I don't think I do, though. Oh, this one's even better, I think, actually, for my purposes. Yeah, that's even better. Clear all fog. Yeah, that's great. Now now I need a creature. So I need to add a monster. Druid. Living jungle druid. Bearfolk druid? Dude, that'd be crazy. Arch druid? Not an arch druid. Bearfolk, for sure. Like, that's pretty sick. I think he's like maybe standing right here. I need to sneeze. Oh, sorry. I was trying to pause my thing before that happened, but okay. There's that. We're gonna add Quillie. Oh no, man. Quillie might get really messed up. I think he comes out of the sewer drain right here. And he has to go through here. And he sees this this is level 6. Oh man, okay. Repel corruption. What does that do? Oh, repel corruption. I see. Oh man, he's bites. He's got bonus actions. Oh, Book of Ebontides. Nice. Okay. He sees like, yeah, Quillie comes face to face. It's funny that Quillie looks larger than the druid. Comes face to face with this druid who's like conjuring. He's got a staff, and he's like, "Yes, come to me, Storm." It's a Volibear from League of Legends, and Quillie sees him, but I think this druid sees Quillie and goes, "Ha." Like he's like, "Yes, you have come at my beck and call. For we are here to..." Oh, what's the motto? There's a motto that these guys have. Remember? Their motto was, "The rain cleanses all filth." The rain. We will sweep away the filth of this city. And part of that is, a heretical god of rats and disease and, yeah, filth. So, this is bad because he can't win this fight. But I do think that the bear wants to fight. So, oh, how fun. I know what I'm going to do now. Okay, so I'm going to use, I've been looking at this a lot lately because I'm very excited about this book, the Game Master's Guide for Tales of the Valiant. It's a lot different than other Game Master guides I've read, or you know what? I've never read a Game Master's Guide. The Dungeon Master's Guide for 5th edition, 2014, never read it. Would maybe look at it every once in a while for something specific. But really, I found that the DMG was, I thought, a pretty hot mess in terms of its usability. This, on the other hand, it doesn't have how much do things cost and things like that. It has, in my mind, much more helpful advice and rules that just are really fun. And one of those things is, I think it's on page 191. Because I think I'm right on that, because I've been very interested in using, yes, I was right, using the chase encounter mechanic. So, the chase encounter is more, what's the word? It is much more thematic than it is literal in terms of the chases, the scene. So it all functions on progress of who is the chased and who is the chaser. The thing to do is to say that you have to set, the first thing you do is you set the chase. You set the length of the chase. And it's 3, which is a short chase, 5, which is a medium chase, and 7, which is a long chase. And I think here, it's going to be a medium chase, so 5. Although, couldn't he just run back down into the sewers? Ooh, I know. Not only is there the druid, but add monster, ranger. No, not a level 10 ranger. That's crazy. Scout. Yeah. Raven folk. Ooh. Yeah, a raven folk. 2 raven folk scouts show up. I like this. They are positioned on the roofs, and they both give a squawk to alert Quillie that they're there. And so this is where it begins. We have 5 different 5 locations. So that means it's a medium race or medium chase scene. So we're gonna go here and go chase scene, 5 locations. And then I need to sort of come up with these 5 locations, and each location has a sort of obstacle. Let's see here. I think they actually might. Oh yeah, here we go. Here are some great obstacles that oh, cool. Okay. That I can use. Great. So the first thing, though, is I need to name the locations. They need to have like some type of thematic element to them. So the first one is obviously the city center. The second is going to be, I wonder, I bet I could use some of the meaning tables here, probably from some descriptors. Animal, there's got to be like city descriptors, right? Appearance, no, these are characters. Wait, what was that? City descriptors. Yeah, there we go. So I'm going to roll 4 times I'm going to roll 4 D100s for descriptors. Okay. Oh, interesting. So we've got, that's just confusing. 80, 31, 40, 59. Okay. So let's take a look at that. So city descriptor 80 is first. Rough. Okay. Okay, interesting. Rough. Okay. So So what would be rough? Oh. This is like a mining town. So what would be rough? Ruined city descriptors. City descriptors rough. Rough is good, but I'm trying to figure out like what is the descriptor for it? Or the descriptor is rough, but like what does that manifest as? Oh, rough as in like the poor district. Like, oh yeah, like the slum district or whatever. Okay, so that works. City center, I think I might not use that as the, I think that, or slum, slum district will be the 4th place, I think is the best way to do that. And then we've got 31. Government. Ooh, okay. I think government means like the guardhouse or the barracks. How do you spell barracks? Barracks? No, barracks. Something like that. Barracks? Bedrocks. That's not helpful. If you didn't know, barracks. I'm dyslexic, but I did figure it out. And when I say I'm dyslexic, I'm not joking. I am. And then we had 40. impressive. Oh, like a cool monument. Monument. God of wealth. And then the slum district. And then the last one. What was the last one? 59. 59. Miserable. I already have the slum district. Miserable. The stocks. Oh man, yeah. The punished. Oh yeah. The punished. Which would mean the place where they, like, maybe on the city walls and they hang people, or at the front of the city gates they hang people who are criminals. I don't know what are the like the hurdles or the obstacles are going to be for these. I'm just going to roll d20s on each one and see what happens, and yeah, maybe we'll get some good things and then I'll make it up from there. So here's 5d20. So I got 5. There we go. I need my log again. So 5 is incoming. Dodge a runaway wagon. Avoid a swarm of wasps. Okay. So the first one, I think it's dodge the raven folk. That makes sense. The next one, actually, the barracks makes more sense of like stay out of the reach of city guards. That makes more sense. And then I've got 12. 12 would be confusing. Avoid getting lost in a network of tunnels. Find the safe spots to step while crossing a fetid bog. Well, I would say that should be the first one. Confusing, but known location. Quillie's city. Since it's his. And then 16 is locked out. Discreetly open a locked door. Operate a series of levers needed to open a gate. I've got 2 of these. Monument, God of wealth. I could imagine. Oh yeah, there's a gate that I need to get through. There is a gate to this monument to get through. Okay, and same thing. It was locked out. I think. Oh, this makes more sense. The gates are shut. For that one, an 8. Let's see. Unleashed beast. Oh yeah, that makes way more sense for that. So like, a pack of wild hogs, hogs, got out of their pens and due to the storm. There we go. Okay, so those are the different like things. So we have now a good. Yeah, that's pretty cool. Okay, so then the next step is to set the distance, or the DCs. So when you set DC, the first one is always at 10. DC 10. And then barracks stay out of the reach of guards. and then it goes up by medium chase. The DC for the first and third, the second and third location after the first each increased by 1. Then DC 11 and DC 12, and then after that they increase by 2. So then 12, then 14, DC 14, and DC 16. Okay. Yeah. Okay. Bonus and penalties. During a chase encounter, you can make use of advantage and disadvantage as you would during typical gameplay. Creative ideas or brilliant uses of circumstances you laid out, consider giving them advantage. Okay. So, and then it starts with Quillie. It sort of uses like a meta gauge, which is here. Actually, I can pull this up. Oh no, I can't. Not if I'm going to be editing this. Actually, Quillie has 11 progress, and Bear Druid has, we're going to say he's got -4 because he's like channeling, and the birds, Raven folk, are at 0. Yeah. And that's how it starts. Now, we go to the first part. Taking that. Resolve obstacles. Okay. So, we're going to start with Quillie because he's in the lead, which means he's got a chance to escape here. So the way that this works is that a participant can overcome an obstacle with varying degrees of success or failure as shown on the obstacle progress table. PCs can narrate how they'll use skills, abilities, spells, equipment, or other factors help them overcome these things. Okay, so the first one is confusing. Known location, Quillie City. Okay, so basically he just has to, like, I'm going to say this is a DC, it's a DC 10, but I think Quillie gets advantage on it. What was that? It was incoming? No, it was number 5. Oh, bystanders, clear the path. No, incoming, dodge away, run away, avoid a swarm of wasps. No. Confusing. Oh, wisdom survival check. To sort of like know my way. Let's see, is there any better than that? I think that actually does make sense. So I'm going to say this is advantage. Ooh, okay, here we go. Oh, I fail. With the first roll, I fail. Okay, which means, okay, equal to, you get +2. Less than, by 1 through 4, you get -2 progress. Okay. Oh dear. Oh dear. Okay. That's not good. That's very bad. That was the easiest one. And I had advantage on it because he knows the city. Okay, so he goes down to 9 now. And then it's the birds' turn. They have to do the same thing. So they have wisdom checks to try to catch up, to follow. Okay, one of them succeeds. And the other one gets a nat 20. Great, okay. So, I guess I can, let's see here. We're going to go to, we're going to go to here. Oh, Raven Folk. I need to do Raven Folk 1 and 2. Raven Folk 1 and Raven Folk 2. Oh man, okay. This is not good. So, and okay, equal to DC, above 1 through, okay, so one of them gets 2, the other one gets 4, and then it's the bear's turn. His survival is super good. He gets 15, so he gets +3. Great. Okay, I'm gonna move my guy there. These guys over here. So it's not okay. So they're doing pretty good against me so far. Then what if happens if they catch him? I was thinking that this. Okay. So he gets +5. No, +3. So he's still at -1. Okay. And then the next event, the next obstacle. So I imagine that like Quillie like can run on all 4s. I think that's quite cool. I can imagine him like scooting down these alleys and like sliding around corners. Nobody's on the road, right? Barrack, stay out of the reach of the guards. But there are some guards out still, like maybe in front of the barracks, like sort of like maybe they're shuttering the hatches, like their windows don't have glass in them, so they're like closing them, and they see Quillie tearing around. His tail is like, for balance, and he's running on all 4s, and they see him running. They figure he's up to no good, so they're going to try to grab hold of him. This is a DC 11. This was, what was this? Like bystanders or something like that. Incoming, run away, dodge away. Oh yeah, dodge away. Dex save. Oh yeah, so he's trying to dodge away from these characters or these guards as they try to grab hold of him. Dex save. Here we go. DC 11. Okay, there we go. Thank you. So 11, 24, 10 over. Oh yeah. I get +4 on that, so that's pretty good. So the way that this works is that if they equal or go past my progress, they can catch me. So Quillie is I think he just bowls over a guard, just like puts his head down, and he's just like, I gotta get out of here. Or maybe he like, the guard's like, hey, and like tries to grab him. Quillie like jumps over him. There's this moment of like the rat going and the guy going, and they're like in midair, and then Quillie like lands on the wet paving stones, and then just scurries off, continues to scurry off. So I get, that's amazing because I needed that. So he goes up to, I got +4, so I go up to 13, okay? And then now the others, now they're maybe not trying to dodge the guards, but instead they're trying to get like past the guards as the guards sort of fall over each other, having missed Quillie. So that would be, oh yeah, Dex save. So I guess that's just a normal Dex. Oh, saving throw wisdom. Oh yeah. Okay, that's a success. So that's +2 for the one, and that's +2 for the second one as well. So both the Raven folk get +2, and Dex, yeah, he fails by 1. By 4, and so he gets -2. Okay, that's good. So at least the big guy did poorly. So he gets he's at -3. They're at 4 and 6 respectively, and that brings up the third event. Monument God of Wealth. There is a gate to this monument to get through DC 12. So this was like locked out. Sleight of hand, a Dex. I'm gonna say this like I imagine this God of Wealth. It's like sort of like a dead end, but there's like these graded fences. They're not particularly high. They're not really like it's locked. They're not really to keep people out but it's more of like maybe like a courtyard, and only rich people live around this thing. Oh no, the gates it's the God of Wealth statue, and the gates separate the rest of the city from the slums. That's so messed up. Oh man. Yeah. And that's how it works. So he has to get up and over these gates, I think, is the thing. So it's more, I think, it's acrobatics, personally. So that's what I'm going to do. He's going to acrobatics. Now, the DC to this, oh darn, I should have checked real quick. The DC for this is 12. Okay, still not too bad. Feature. Acrobatics, here we go. That's not gonna cut it. Oh yeah, if I fail, I get... Okay, I can... So I'm gonna use my luck points. 3 luck. I'm not gonna take that bonus. Instead, I'm gonna use that to re-roll my die. That's even worse. Okay. So I did fail, and if you fail by, okay, let's see here. It doesn't, so failing the check doesn't mean you don't do what you're trying to do. It just means that you don't do it as fast as you wanted to, or as you could, which means the other team has a chance to catch up. So, ooh, you know what? I wanted to go audio. And I want to put on like a chase scene. I wonder, oh yeah, here we go. Yeah, there you go. Got like a chase. So 7, I failed by 5, so I get -3. That's not going to cut it, Quillie. Come on. Quillie gets -3, so I'm down to 10. God, this is harder than I thought. Still, well, one of them is close to catching me. Shoot. Okay. The first guy is gonna go now. This is acrobatics. I am gonna say you can probably fly, can't it? Mimicry, peck, rapier, ghost wings. The raven folk scout furiously beats. A set of phantasmal wings, each creature within... Well, I mean, that's cool. Feather speech, common, raven folk, passive perception, stealth, deception. Okay. I mean, they can fly. No, I don't think they can. They're wearing a bunch of armor. Wait, what's the armor they're using? Because that's crazy. What's their... Oh, studded leather? I'm going to give them like a... I don't want to lose, so I'm just not going to say anything. They're just going to have to climb over like everybody else. So the first one gets a nat 1, which is -4. That's huge. That is huge. Because the first one was getting... Oh no, the second one was getting closer. So that's -4. So down to 0 again. That's great for me. The second one... Same thing. Come on, nat 1. A 5 still fails, which means fails by... So that's a -3 as well. Oh, same roll as me. Okay. So that's down to 3. Okay. And then the big guy also has to try to climb over this. Oh, he did it. Equal, so 12. So +2, he gains a bit of ground. Okay, interesting. Let's see here, edit. So he gets +2, so he's just at -1 now. Okay, and that's the next Next one, Slum District. A pack of wild hogs got out of their pens due to the storm. I think that's hilarious. You know, I haven't been using any of my skills, what Quillie can do in terms of like dagger, longbow, cantrips. He's got thaumaturgy. Oh, you cause flames to flicker, brighten, dim, or change color. Cause harmless tremors. You create an instantaneous sound that originates from a point of your choice. Ooh, yeah, that could be helpful. Okay. Good. So he gets to the slums. He's cruising through, running, and now these hogs are here. So I think occult studies, talent, combat, conditioning. Okay, venturing. Okay. I think he's going to use thaumaturgy to make a big sound. He sees like all these hogs like sort of just going crazy in the slums, like rooting around and stuff like that. And I think he'll like make us like sort of point his tail over his shoulder as he's running and like use thaumaturgy to make like a bang that sort of tries to scare the hogs off. And I'm gonna say that gives me what was this? Locked out. No. Unleash the beast. Yeah. Okay. Animal handling. I'm gonna say it gives him like maybe like a plus something, maybe +4, +2, a +2 on this check. So although I'm gonna it gives him a +2 on the check. So animal handling, maybe. I don't really think it's like he's got enough time to like handle any animals here. It's more of trying to scare them away, which I think maybe that makes sense. So yeah, I guess it is animal handling. He's trying to make a sound that will scare these hogs away. Okay, and so he's going to get +2 on this roll, and the DC is I think 14 at this point. Yeah, 14. Okay, and I get +2. Although the thaumaturgy, I guess, wouldn't actually. No, it wouldn't work. But what I can do, no, I'm gonna say that thaumaturgy doesn't give him plus anything. It's just the normal thing. So I got 13, but I can use a luck point to go to 11. So luck. So I can boost that up to 14 to succeed, which means I get +2 to my progress. Anything to put me further in front of that bear, I think, is worth it at this point. I don't think he can reach me, but the other two could, and they could slow me down enough. So the first one, animal handling, wisdom, fails. The second one also fails. Okay, that's great. So -2 and -3, I think here. So let's see here. Yeah, -2 and -3. Wow, I gained ground with this this moment. And then the big guy. Let's see. Does he have speak with animals? He just automatically succeeds by. And I'm gonna say he succeeds with a nat 20 because he can talk to the he talks to the creatures and gets them to do what he wants. He shouts at them. They're scared. They run away. They don't get in his way, and so he gets a +4. So he's up to 3. So I don't think they can catch me, though. So I think I get out of here free. let's play it out though, because I like it's cool to see this in action. So the last one is the punishment. At the front of the city gates, they hang people who are criminals. The gates are shut. So I think the gates are shut, but then there's the, like watchtowers, and so it's about getting up the watchtowers, dodging a guard, and then leaping off the top of the watchtower. They're not huge towers. Maybe it's like 20 feet down, right? So they're like 20 feet high, so he jumps off and like goes to, yeah. So, right? Yeah. So I think that would be acrobatics as well, especially if I'm not gonna like take falling damage. And I think since this is what he's planning, he's going to like tumble, right? He's gonna tuck and roll, so to speak. And so that will be an acrobatics, I think, to be able to do that. And this is a 16. Oh, yeah, made it. Okay, he like cruises up like this like stairs, just like. So I succeeded with the 21 over 16. So that's +3. I imagine him cruising up these stairs, and then like there's like a guard on the counter that turns, and just in time to see this rat in a cloak jumping over the barrier, and I end with, that's pretty good. I end with like 15 on my progress. They can't catch me. Just for fidelity's sake, do some fails. Ooh, nat 20 +4. That second one, man, got pretty close, and but in the end couldn't quite keep up. Yeah, you'd just be at 4, and then the nat 1 -4. That's hilarious. Okay, so I imagine that Quillie makes it out of the gate, or makes it like, oh yeah, and slams down and rolls and is outside the city gate. Now this is like a sort of a place. So let's look at the world map real quick. Here, this is the one I want. There we go. No, not that. Okay, there we go. So it's like barren, and like it's just north of the Red Wastes. And so I imagine it being sort of like maybe like little scrub brush and stuff, but other than that, it's quite dirty. It's just dirt, packed dirt and stone. And yeah. So he doesn't, I don't think he has to maybe run for it before the guards. I think the druid roars at the guards to fire, to shoot. As he comes to the top, he sees Quillie running into into the landscape, and he shouts at one of the guards to shoot at this criminal or something like that. Quillie will do a dex save to try to dodge it, and definitely succeed. Well, let's see what this guard can muster. I'm gonna delete these guys. Oh, I guess I can just go finish, right? Oh, yeah, finish, boom, and then I can add monster and go guard. Do they have? Oh, they don't have any archery. Darrow guard, pike guard. What about like archer? Elven archer? No. Scout? Yeah, there we go. longbow. I think this is the one. Black Flag role-playing. Oh, that's funny. It's a multi-short bow. Yeah, there we go. We'll just use this one. Okay, that's a 12, so it misses completely as Quillie runs away, which was not what he was trying to do whatsoever, but he did succeed. So, okay, my log. Wow. So Quillie escapes, but has been driven from the city. Outcome: Quillie escapes, but has been driven from the city. Okay, let's take a look at the aftermath sequence, or the concluding of the scene real quick, and then I'm going to be done. Scenes, playing out the scene, generating, end of scene, bookkeeping. Here we go. I guess we'll save that real quick. That's done. I even think that maybe our rain and thunder are gone as well. So maybe plains, or maybe wind, forest wind, gust of wind, medium wind and rain, winding tone, wind. Let's see, fields. Mage battlefield, no, not going to cut it. Let's just get some good music then. Checkpoint. What's that like? Yeah, this is good. Yeah, this is great. Love this. Good music. Okay. Okay, add end of scene, bookkeeping, add list elements. Okay, so I'm going to go back to here. I need to add to my list, edit, Troll, powerful wizard, beast folk druid, CR6. Or bear folk druid, level CR6. Progress. I don't really know if I made any progress. I think that might be it. Yeah. Yeah. And then let's see the next part. Thread list. So add elements. Add new and recurrent threads and NPCs to their list up to a maximum of 3 times for a particular. Now, remove list elements. I don't think we need to do that. Remove threads and NPCs that are no longer. Nope. Chaos factor definitely goes up though. I controlled the scene. Actually, I did control the scene. I never got caught, so I think it goes down 1. So I think the chaos factor actually goes back down to 6. Even though I was driven from, like, it was an unexpected interrupted scene, but at the same time, it was a scene in which Quillie was able to escape and was in control of the scene the whole time. So I think saying that he wasn't in control wouldn't really work. It would be unfair, because that would just mean that every scene that that's interrupted or altered just happens to be like a scene that I don't have, like Quillie doesn't have control in, and I think he did have control in this one comparatively. I think it's all comparative, right? And yeah, okay. There's one last thing I want to do here. Okay, so I'm going to use these XP awards, which I forgot to use last time, but that's fine. I'm just going to count it now. So at the end of the session, pose these questions to your players. This is something that I wrote for like basically alternative XP awards for if you wanted to use XP rather than milestone, but don't like the whole let's kill stuff to get XP problem with 5e. For every yes a player answers, they receive the experience amount listed below, in addition to any experience they might have acquired by way of combat. Did you play in the session? I did. So that's 50. Did you meet a new NPC? No. No, I didn't. Did you get a new quest? No, I did not. Did you go on a journey, point A to point B? No, I did not. Did you discover a new place? No. Did you invoke a flaw, ideal, or bond? I don't think I did. I don't even think Quillie has those right now. Did you finish a minor quest? No. Did you finish a major quest? No. Did you make a new ally? Definitely not. Did you make a new enemy? Yes, I did. Yeah. Like that druid. I'm curious about. I'm sure he's going to come back later, or she, I don't know. So that's 150 XP for Quillie. So let's go Quillie, XP 150. Okay, so I'm halfway to level 2. I think that's pretty fair. And yeah, I think that's where we're going to leave it here. We're at the end of a little scene. I wonder what the next thing. This has gone places that I actually, this is the first time that I really utilized Mythic, I think, in the way that it's supposed to be used, and it worked really well. And the fact that I had the chase variant rules up from Tales of the Valiant Game Master Guide, I think just worked really well. Like some of the like ideas of like Quillie running on all fours, tearing around corners, diving past guards, like diving off of, like climbing up over these fences, and like all these things, like thematically and narratively it sounds just really cool, and I really like the chase scene. I think that worked really well. I know it was pretty like hit and miss in terms of like the stop and start of it, of like me working through how to do it. It's the first time I've used those rules, but I just thought it was like really cool. It was really fun. So yeah, it just makes me super excited to play more, to tell you the truth. So anyways, my name is Nors. If you want to support stuff like this, give it a like or follow me. If you want to support even more, I have a Ko-fi page. I will link that in the show notes. I've been using Tales of the Valiant. I've been using Mythic GM Emulator. And my tabletop is called Shard Tabletop, which is a great tabletop for anything 5e. I highly recommend it, especially if you don't want to support Wizards of the Coast anymore. That's a huge reason. Shard is a small company. It's a small, I think the team is just like a few people that keep this thing updated, and they rock. They're super responsive, constantly making improvements, and it's just really good value. They partner with Kobold Press, so if you're a fan of Kobold Press, Shard is the best tabletop for 5e, because Kobold and Shard are in the same city. They both are in Kirkland, Washington, which is ironically where I live. I don't live in Kirkland, but I live very close to Kirkland. If you're thinking Kirkland, that sounds familiar. Kirkland Signature is also where Costco is based, so Kirkland is where Costco is from, and Kirkland Signature is the Costco brand of everything that they sell. Anyway, that's just a funny fact. Anyways, so yes, let's see, anything else? Plugged my Ko-fi page, plugged this. I am running a Tales of the Valiant 5e Eberron campaign right now with 5 great players. really enjoying that as well. I'm actually hoping to use these chase mechanics next weekend in that session. Yeah, check out my other campaign, solo campaign. That's with the One Ring 2E. And I have a lot of fun with that as well. If you like Lord of the Rings like I do, then you should take a watch, and you should consider getting the One Ring because it's an amazing system. Probably my favorite RPG. No, it's definitely my favorite RPG. But sometimes it's nice to like mix it up, and I thought playing a rat folk would be really interesting in the world of Midgard. So here we are. All right, check out the notes, like, subscribe, do whatever it is you do. Thanks, y'all. I'll see you next time.